This episode is brought to you by... Oops, I've got a box of Cheez-It crackers staring at me and I just wanted that irresistible cheesy crunch. Sorry, that was a total snacksident. What was I supposed to be talking about? So salty, so crunchy, so cheesy. Whoops, lost my train of thought. I've heard of brain freeze, but brain cheese? I'll just have one more Cheez-It cracker and then I'll get back to it.
Good morning, Crust. It's a great day to be a bread brother.
Ugh, mornings are not my jam. Or jelly.
Oh, come on. Stop loafing around.
I just woke up feeling hollow inside.
Psst, just grab one of the new Morning Uncrustables sandwiches, like Bright-Eyed Berry or Up and Apple, filled with 12 grams of protein and tons of deliciousness. Crust, what are you eating?
It's just granola, not even yogurt.
No crust, no fuss. Uncrust your mornings.
Don't chew on that, Max.
Cooper loves that chew, too.
Oh, now he's into Cooper's food. Wow, he is loving it. What do you feed Cooper?
Blue Buffalo Life Protection Formula. He never leaves a crumb. I love it because it's made with high-quality protein, nutrient-rich fruits and veggies, and wholesome whole grains.
Looks like we're switching to Blue.
Blue Buffalo foods are made with the superior ingredients your dog needs to thrive. Can your dog food say that? Visit feedbluefood.com to learn more.
Starbucks cards are the perfect way to say, nice work. Give your team the gift of coffee when you order Starbucks cards in bulk directly from Starbucks. Whether it's a digital or physical card, celebrate employees and clients alike with designs for every occasion. Shop now at StarbucksCardB2B.com.
This podcast is brought to you by Carvana. Carvana makes car selling fast and easy from start to finish. Enter your license plate or VIN and get a real offer in seconds, down to the penny. If you accept, Carvana will come pick up your car from your driveway. Or you can drop it off at one of our car vending machines. Either way, you get paid instantly. It's fast, transparent, and 100% online. Car selling that saves your time. That's Carvana.
Carvana.
Pickup fees may apply.
Drink it in, man.
Cornbread! Cornbread! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Drink it in, man.
Cornbread! Cornbread! Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Drink it in, man. Drink it in, man.
Detroit Koolaid. Detroit Koolaid drinkers. What's going on, everybody? It's your host, Eric Crew, right here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast, talking about those Lions who played the Rams this past week, went up against Statty Patty. This was such a tough game for me. I was looking forward to it. Nobody was giving the Lions a chance. I felt like this is the type of game they go get. They played great to start. Had a lead in the halftime. Didn't show up after halftime. Didn't play enough defense. Didn't play any defense. Had some offensive moments, but also came up short on the scoreboard. So we'll talk about that. We'll do a little gimmick review. We'll talk about where this team is at with 3 football games left. They're still in the mix. They still got playoff opportunities. They still got a lot of moxie, a lot of hope. At Chops in the D, my co-host, hit me up with a whole bunch of Kool-Aid and cornbread texts saying he thinks they're in a great spot. They're going to win all these games. These people don't know what they're talking about. All the haters. I was like, I appreciate the Kool-Aid because I was a little bit frustrated, a little bit down, a little bit confused on what this football team is, so I had to drink it in a little bit, you know?
Drink it in, man.
Side of cornbread.
Cornbread!
Please make it a double.
Cornbread!
But we don't have time to mess around. We'll see where this show goes. I'm doing the solo. Chops is still sick while traveling, coaching hockey. I don't know what he's doing. Maybe he's just chilling out watching the Wings game and told me he couldn't do this today. I don't know. Solo Oakry show. We know the people absolutely love the Solo Oakry show, and why wouldn't you?
And the people consist of the millions.
I mean, it's hard coming off a loss. I feel like I had a fun one after we beat the Dallas Cowgirls in our house. My boy Terrence, shout out T, met him a long time ago while doing Olympics and all types of big sporting events, and I gave him a Dirty Ernie number 50 Ernie Sims Lions jersey back in the day and told him he needs to rep the D. He's a Cowboys fan. He hit me up with a text with him wearing the jersey, said I wore it all day. After my team took the loss, all his Dallas Cowboy friends were looking at him funny. So shout out Terrence, man. Great dude. Love that he repped that after his team took that L. But here, when the Lions take this L, and I've got a few friends and people out there that are LA Rams fans, La La Land. I mean, used to like him in St. Louis, whatever. But it's like, and I gotta admit, I wasn't a Detroit Rams person. But at that point in the game, I was rooting for Matt Stafford. And I was okay with him winning the Super Bowl. And now I'm pretty bitter about it. I gotta admit, he was a pretty good dude throughout his time here. You know what Matt Stafford reminds me of? And no, I'm not going to call him Matthew. Hello, Matthew. Oh, but your name's Matthew. Matt Stafford is that this dude is like the kid that is really well behaved when everything goes his way. And the minute mom tells him he can't have the toy, or he decides he's going to throw a fit, or something doesn't go his way, he gets all bitter, and that's when he starts talking bad about Detroit fans, not giving us any love, all upset because we beat you not once, but twice, one of those in the playoffs to send you packing. So it's very hard for me to root for Matt Stafford. Now, will I draft him on my fantasy team? Damn sure I will, especially in those deeper leagues, because, dude, you could get him for a bag of Doritos this year, and the dude's putting up cuckoo for Cocoa Puff numbers. He probably will be the MVP with his gray beard, because everybody loves this guy, but it's hard to put up with him when it doesn't go his way, and he's Mr. LA now, and he's got the fake teeth and the crazy hair and the gray. It's just, there's a lot going on there, but let's get back to this football game. Like I said, coming into this game, I didn't say much, I didn't give it a big pub up before on the pod. I didn't say a bunch on Twitter. You can find me at Derek Okrie. That's spelled the only way you can spell it, DEREK OKRIE. But I had like a quiet confidence about me about this game. I was like, I think the Lions are going to go into Los Angeles and get this Dubski. It wasn't going to be an easy dub for the Lions, but it was going to be, we're going to find a way. We're going to get this one at the...
With new, gentler scented Clorox disinfecting wipes, clean finally smells as good as it feels. On everything from lamps to ceiling fans. Even on your kid's toy shark. Oh, ouch. Clorox disinfecting wipes. Now available in... Ooh, crisp lemon. Find it on Amazon. Clorox. Clean feels good.
This is Charlie. He's my part rescue dog, part whirlwind. Half of his breakfast always ends up on the floor. And he leaves fur everywhere. That's why I grabbed the Bissell Power Clean Fur Finder. It's cordless, powerful, and actually finds fur you don't even see. If you've got a pet like Charlie, you've got fur everywhere. The Power Clean Fur Finder gets that. Discover how Power Clean Fur Finder makes pet cleanups effortless at Bissell.com.
This episode is brought to you by Ulta Beauty. Holiday cheer is here, and Ulta Beauty has gifts for everyone on your list. Treat them to fan-favorite gift sets from Charlotte Tilbury and Peach and Lily. Go all out with timeless fragrances from YSL, Ariana Grande, and Carolina Herrera. And you can never go wrong with an Ulta Beauty gift card. Head to Ulta Beauty for gifts that make the holidays brighter and even more beautiful. Ulta Beauty. Gifting happens here.
When you own your own business, you need to keep things moving. Need to book a last-minute flight? Earn a $300 travel credit to cover that. Need to take a meeting before takeoff? Do it from the comfort of the Chase Sapphire Lounge by the club. Need to catch your breath before you board? Done. With $2,500 in annual value, the new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business is the card that gives back all you put in. Visit chase.com/reserve business to learn more. Cards issued by JPMorgan Chase Bank and a member FDIC, subject to credit approval. Terms apply.
How does PwC take your company to the leading edge? They bring the sharpest minds in tech to your team, so you can bring the ideas that will transform your business. They're passionate about your industry, so you can walk into any room with every advantage. And they're with you every step of the way, so you can know you're headed in the right direction. PwC builds for what's next, so you can get there now. Get started at pwc.com/us/leading edge.
Buzzer and walk out like we have in the past, feeling really good about our football team. That's how I felt going into this game. And sure enough, the Lions come out cooking. I mean, a 17-yard TD pass to Amon-Ra. Isn't that right, Stash?
Amon-Ra.
I mean, let's hashtag it, everybody.
Woo! Hashtag choppy liking.
Woo! It was tremendous. 7-0 Detroit. But sure enough, midway, about 5 minutes left here in the first quarter, we let them march down the field. Wait, before you get to that, before they marched down the field, you know what they did right after we scored? They marched down the field. They're cutting us up. They're taking time off the clock. It looks like they're just going through us like butter. Until someone was unleashed.
Unleash Hutch.
What a freaking play by Aiden Hutchinson. Number 97. Smelled out the screen. Picked it off. Ran about as hard as you can run for a dude that's 6'7", 275 or whatever he is, chiseled out of granite. The only critique I have on Mr. Hutchinson is he looked to the right, looked to the left, looked to the right, looked to the left, looked to the left again, instead of just veering off to the right, where he could have house called it because he got a heck of a block from Fabio, and he got caught by some bumsky tight end that I think scored 2 touchdowns on us later in this game. So, hell of a play by Hutchinson. Wish he could have housed it, but that was tremendous. The Kyron Williams just walking through our defense here to make it 7-7 look like a play you'd run the second week at training camp, where you're just sort of showing where the running back goes, but you tell your defense to just hold their block and not do anything. That's what this was right here. Just a walk-in touchdown to tie up the football game. The Lions come back. I might have this confused. It might have been that score, and then the Lions kick it, and then Rams are coming back down, and Hutch gets the pick. I don't know. But I know there was a Jake Bates field goal here in the second quarter to make it 10-7. Then another cheap 1-yard run by Kyron Williams to make it 14-10. La. But it's number 14 again. It's ARSB to the house for an 8-yard touchdown on a beautiful smoke screen on third down and quite a bit. He catches it, weaves his way through blocks, scores the touchdown. 17-14. And this is what's crazy. I gotta admit, I feel bad that I don't talk more about St. Brown. I've done this take before about how I'm always going, hashtag JMO fast. What about the Laporta supporters? What about the multi-dimensional, positionless? Wait for it. Elite weapon. You know who that is, right? Jameer Gibbs. Or do I talk about Demo? Faux show? You know, let's go. How about another skull? I mean, I'll even talk about Vanilla Smooth, Tesla, before I get to St. Brown. Why? Because this dude just shows up, this dude's like a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks and some change off a bad ankle injury that kept him out of Turkey Day and cost us probably the Dubski without having our stud player out there on the outside against the Cheddarheads, the mozzarella sticks. Dude's barely off that ankle, had a heck of a game against Dallas a week or so ago. What was it, 7 days or less? Then he comes out and absolutely balls against Matty Statty and company. I'm talking about 13 catches. What's St. Brown have yard-wise? I think it was like 160. Let's see if I can... 13 for 164, 2 tugs. Oh my goodness. This guy, it doesn't matter if I talked about him for 10, 20 minutes per episode, every episode for a whole season. It's still not enough. What a freaking ball player. So the Lions go up 3, right? They get the football back, and the hashtag golf train absolutely decides to uncork one. He sees formerly the only number 9 that matters in Detroit, now numero uno, hashtag JMO Fast, Jamison Williams flying down the field. He throws an absolute perfect deep ball. You don't hear me say that much on this show. Right up over the top, beat the corner, over the safety, whatever you want to call it, hit JMO in stride. Touchdown, Detroit Lions. Hold on, I could do better than that.
Touchdown, Detroit Lions!
Thanks, Dan. 24-14. You heard that right. This is in the second quarter with 30 seconds left, by the way. 24-14, Detroit. Up 10 in their house, playing great ball on offense. But you know what, seems like a nothing burger, but was something? Is with 30 seconds left, we let the Rams go down the field, easily go through our defense. Oh, let me throw it to Puka Nacua. Hey, let me throw to Puka again. Hey, let me hit Devontae. He's wide open off the shake route, off the line. All these little easy passes, running the football, doing whatever they want to do. Matt Stafford's all hype, act like he had 3 Red Bulls before this game. Dude just looked like he was out of his mind the way he was barking out signals and tramping around the field. They go right down and they get a field goal with only 30 seconds. Could you imagine going in the locker room up 10? Instead, you let them get this cheapy field goal from one of the fattest kickers in the National Football League to make it 24-17. That hurt me. That really did. I can't remember. I don't think the Lions got the football. I think the Rams got the football out of half and we got the stop we needed, but we couldn't get points. And then sure enough, in the third quarter, this makes me sick. This makes me want to throw up. Field goal by the Rams, 24-20. Touchdown. Who? Colby Parkinson, 24-27. And if I'm not mistaken, this is the throw where he caught it, then dropped it, and hit the ground. He tried to control it again. His knee was down at the 1.5 yard line. But those geniuses that sit in their high rise in New York said, nah, what does it matter? We'll just call it a touchdown. What's the big deal? It's just the Lions. You know what the big deal is? Because all those jamokes, even in Detroit, that says, what does it matter? If they're at the 1.5, 2 yard line, they would have scored on us anyway. Really? Because there's been plenty of times where defenses stand up, you fumble the snap, you turn the football over, you have a penalty, and you don't get this touchdown. But the National Football League decided, it's clear as day he's down at the 1.5, if that. When really, if you want to dissect the call like you always do when this happens to Detroit, you can see the ball moving. You can pretty much see / assume that it has to hit the ground there at some point. There's no way he bobbles this, controls it before it hits the ground, then rolls in the end zone, then gains control for what they called, which was a touchdown on this play. absolutely garbage on so many levels. If this was the later touchdown by Parkinson, but I don't think it was. So this play, let's say you take it off the board. Let's say the Lions don't get a full stop, but don't give up a touchdown. This is now 24 Lions, 23 Rams. Instead, we're up one, or we'd be up one. Instead, we're down 3. And the Lions kind of clunk it up on offense. You know what I mean? They have a really rough third quarter here. Give it back to the Rams. They go down the field, and they get a Blake Corum touchdown. I'll give it to you for just a second, even though you're on the opposing team.
This episode is brought to you by Petivity. In every pet story, there's a moment where seemingly minor changes could be the first signs of larger issues. Petivity is here to help you better understand what's going on with your pets with smart devices and at-home health tests that proactively monitor their health. Give your pet the story they deserve with Petivity. Visit Petivity.com all December long for a site-wide sale on all smart devices and at-home health tests.
I didn't think the pain from the shingles rash would affect simple, everyday tasks like bathing, getting dressed, or even walking around. I was wrong. Though not everyone at risk will develop it, 99% of people over the age of 50 already have the virus that causes shingles, and it could reactivate at any time. I developed it, and the blistering rash lasted for weeks. Don't learn the hard way, like I did. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist today. Sponsored by GSK.
No matter what's on your plate or your mind this holiday season, the UPS Store wants to help. With our pack and ship guarantee, we're helping gifts arrive safely to guarantee more.
They know me so well. Picture perfect gifts.
We're helping guarantee more smiles with our pack and ship guarantee. If we pack it and ship it, we guarantee it. Your items arrive safe or your money back. Stop by your local The UPS Store for holiday help, shipping holiday gifts. Visit theupsstore.com/guarantee for full details. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, prices, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details.
Deck your home with Blinds.com. DIY or let us install. Free design consultation. Plus free samples and free shipping.
Ho, ho, ho! Blinds.com invented a better way to buy custom high-quality window treatments with no showroom mock-ups or waiting around for quotes from pushy salespeople, saving you time and money for the holidays with upfront pricing right on our website.
Go right now to Blinds.com. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Satisfaction guaranteed.
Head to Blinds.com now for up to 50% off with minimum purchase plus a free professional measure. Blinds.com.
Blinds.com.
Rules and restrictions may apply.
Hashtag Go Blue. I love seeing Blake Corum kind of come into his own. He looks in better shape. He's a better runner. He's starting to find the end zone. Him and Kyrie Williams are a tough combo, I'm not going to lie. They're not Demo and Gibbs, but they're pretty good. And by the way, speaking of Demo, I feel like he had it go in this game, and we just did not use him after the early portions of the game. It was all Gibbs, and Gibbs did not show up in this football game. I'm talking about 13 carries for 38 yards and couldn't find the end zone. That's unacceptable. But, 34-24 Rams, this is where I kind of start checking out. It's late in the third quarter. We're heading into the fourth quarter. Midway through the fourth quarter, the Lions get a 48-yard field goal from Jakey Bates. 34-27, but somehow we let this Bumsky Magoo named Colby Parkinson get another 11-yard touchdown from Statty Patty. Just putting up those numbers. Got to get those numbers up. Try to get another trophy. It's all about the numbers for good old number 9 over here in Hollywood now. Might as well call them. But, the Lions fight to the end. With a couple minutes left, they get a Demo, faux show, another go, let's go, here we go type of touchdown. And to me, this is one of those, made it look better than it should have, because 41-27, you just didn't get enough stops on defense. You had a nice day offensively, but it doesn't matter if you can't stop anyone. You cannot let them score 4 straight times, 1 to end the half, 2, 3 in the third quarter. And like when they got it, so it's 34-41. I mean, you can say, well, look, Gray, it's only a touchdown, and they got 2 minutes left in a time. Like, you pretty much knew the way the day was going. It's going to be hard to not only stop them, but usually, like, 2 minutes is really a lot of time in a National Football League game in the fourth quarter, especially if you've got a couple timeouts in your back pocket or whatever. But the Lions just couldn't, I think they got 1 or 2 first downs. Just never really had a chance there at the end when they just kind of ended this football game on us. And there's a couple ways to look at it. Like, I walked away pretty disappointed. Like, man, from about the late third quarter on, it didn't feel like we really had a chance in this game. It's not because the Rams are superior and they're the best team in the league. No, that's not it. It's the fact that you got to watch again. This defense can't get off the field, can't turn the football over. Corners getting roasted, toasted, and extra crispy. Running backs just dicing through our defense. And we have great players like Jack Campbell, dudes all over the field smacking fools in the mouth. DJ, that's my DJ Reed. You gotta be better, bro. You've gotta be. When Roy Lopez is our best player on the D-line, we got issues. Hutch had a hell of an interception, but where was he the rest of the game? Just a lot of hustle, but not much else. Fabio had some nice plays. Derek Barnes had some good plays, had some terrible plays. Tell him, Charles.
That's terrible.
I agree, a few of those were bad, where he got caught with his eyes in the backfield or couldn't run people down when he's supposed to be an uber athlete. So, Jared Goff going 25 out of 41, 338, and 3 touchdowns. Nice day for the quarterback. Terrible day for Jahmyr Gibbs.
That's terrible.
I agree. Incredible day for Amon-Ra. Woo-wee! And like I say, Jack Campbell, 10 solo tackles, 14 in total. Lots of those were heavy lumber. You gotta love it. I mean, we gave up 519 total yards to the Rams. We let Puka Nacua from BYU go for 9 for 181. I'm just looking at this 30 first downs. Oh, by the way, the Rams had a whopping, it says 2 here, but I feel like they only had 1 real penalty throughout the game. I mean, 33 minutes of possession, 26 for the Lions. Like, I don't know. It's in their house. It's a road game on the West Coast. I get all those cliches, but you could have got a couple stops, 1 more turnover. You could have probably taken control. If you come out of the half and have a clue of how to make adjustments or how to get a stop, or I don't know, maybe put up points of your own in third, fourth quarter, early fourth quarter, this is a totally different ball game. But instead, you slept walk. You let them do whatever they wanted to do. You put up little resistance against a quarterback that if you give him a little resistance, he starts throwing balls over people's heads, in the dirt, getting scared of the rush. Instead, you had him back there looking like, the league MVP. So, I was about to say I'm going to take a break and come back and talk about, news and notes and give you... I'm not even going to do that. I'm going to fit a few commercial breaks in because we got to pay those bills. But I'm going to go straight into where we're at with this football team. Losing this game took them... And I'm looking at the ESPN thing now. This was a 50-50 game early to mid-third quarter as far as their win probability. The Lions in the mid-ish second quarter had a 70% chance of winning. You want to know what that was kind of at the start of the fourth quarter? The Lions had an 8% chance of winning. What the hell happened? So, also, when you look at your playoff chances, I don't have those numbers in front of me, but like you win this, you have like a 70% chance of getting to the playoffs. By taking this L, this big loss, you went to like anywhere from 20% to 40%. But great, if they just win the last 3 and beat Chicago at their house, we're in. That might be true, but you can't keep kicking this can down the road of, we'll just win one, lose one, win one, lose one, win one, lose, win one. You have to string a few together, and it's not the greatest situation when you wait till, the last 3 games of the year to win all 3 and to beat a couple of your division opponents and get in the dance. But what would be more sweet than everybody quitting on the Detroit Lions? I think Jared Goff came out in an interview on good old Carson Anderson there, where they just serve him up softballs and tell him how great he is and how much they appreciate his time every week, where he said he's like pissed off at the fans that don't believe, and they're like, I'm annoyed too by the people that act like Brad Holmes doesn't know how to draft, Dan Campbell's a terrible coach, quarterback is bad because he can't run for 100 yards a game. We don't know how, we messed up our draft. Our O-line is Swiss. We can't do this. We can't do that. This team does a lot of good things. If you thought the O-line was going to go from really good to even better here in year 1, I've been quoted as saying I feel like Brad Holmes retooled on the fly, which didn't mean they were going to be better than this year, but meant in the long run, which means like in a 2 to 4 year span, we might look back and go, man, look at what a ball player Tate Rat has turned into. Man, move him to center. Man, you got Mahal.
When the holidays start to feel a bit repetitive, reach for a Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry and put your twist on tradition. A bold cranberry and winter spice flavor fusion, Sprite Winter Spiced Cranberry is a refreshing way to shake things up this sipping season. And only for a limited time. Sprite. Obey your thirst.
This episode is brought to you by McAfee.
Finish your fantasy lineup?
No, but I'm joining this paid group chat with insider info.
Dude, seriously? Forward it to me. Security alert from McAfee. That group's as legit as that knockoff jersey you're wearing.
McAfee's scam detector is available in all McAfee plans for as little as $39.99 for your first year. Learn more at McAfee.com/online protection.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. You're ready to move your business forward, but first, you need to find the right team. Start your search with Indeed Sponsored Jobs. It can help you reach qualified candidates fast, ensuring your listing is the first one they see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs are 90% more likely to report a hire than non-sponsored jobs. See the results for yourself. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
Thursday Night Football is on, and it's only on Prime Video.
Brilliant, just brilliant.
This week, the West Coast action heats up when the Rams meet the Seahawks in a huge divisional showdown. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Eastern with football's best party, TNF Tonight, presented by Verizon. And don't miss the Broncos and Chiefs on Christmas night. It's Thursday Night Football, only on Prime Video. Not a Prime member? Not a problem. Simply sign up for a 30-day free trial. Restrictions apply. See Amazon.com/Amazon Prime for details.
In Walmart Sue Newville, time was ticking away. Only a few nights left till the big holiday. But last-minute gifters had no need to worry. Walmart Express Delivery got their gifts in a hurry. From Nintendo to Nespresso and Lego Flowers, they could check off their lists in as fast as an hour. All of Who Newville, East, West, South, and North could order gifts up until 5 p.m. on December 24th. So this holiday, just do as the Who's do. With gift delivery this fast, they all gasped. From Walmart, who knew? Subject to availability, terms and fees apply.
And a seasoned Miles Frazier on the inside. You just flip Penne over to left tackle. He's an absolute monster over there. You got a new right tackle that's just a road grader and an absolute beast in pass protection. Yes, they could be better and be dominant, but people just want to look at what happened yesterday. Oh, this guy's not as good as Frank Fragman. Yeah, no kidding. So, yeah, I get annoyed by those people too, but I don't know that Jared Goff has the, should have or take the opportunity to start calling out fans that don't believe when you are on the brink of being out of the playoffs. You haven't played very consistent ball throughout the year. You have been beat by every decent to good team you played basically throughout the season. So fans have a reason and are warranted to feel how they feel. Go out and win 3 games, shut up the haters, beat Chicago in their house in a freezing outside environment at the final game of the season on Sunday Night Football, the last game of the year, and then you can laugh in everybody's face. And I'll be rolling with you, because that would be that would probably be more exciting than we won 15 games last year. If they rip off 3, beat Chicago and Joey Sports Guy in their house, shut up Caleb Williams, shove it in Benedict's face, and I don't even care. Getting a wild card, win the division, doesn't matter to me. I mean, I don't even need the rock drop, but of course I'll give it to you.
Doesn't matter what your name
It doesn't matter what we do. As long as we get in, have a chip in a chair, I don't mind our chances on the road, at home, whatever. But yeah, most people aren't going to give us a chance not only to get there and win these last 3 games, but if we get in, they'd be like, oh, the Lions are all beat up. They've had to run this gauntlet. There's no way they're going to give us a chance to beat somebody. We can beat anybody on any given Sunday. I mean, you don't want me to get on a fantasy football rant, but I won multiple regular seasons where I ripped off 10, 12, 14 dubs in the regular season. You know what happened to me in the playoffs? I had 1 bad week and my guys don't show up, and I got nothing to show for the whole season. That happened to me in multiple leagues. I mean, you'd rather trade in 1 or 2 or 3 good weeks at the end of the year than you would have an incredible regular season with 13, 14 dubs. Give me 11, sneak me in the playoffs and get hot or put up 40 points and win 2 or 3 playoff games, both for the Lions and my fantasy team. That would have been nice. Multiple leagues if I didn't mention that. So this could be an incredibly exciting ride. I'm actually more fired up for these last 3 games just because I can see the future of, man, let's say they squeak one out or they beat up on Pittsburgh. And then you got to go to Minnesota on Christmas. We got the black jerseys versus the white on white for the mini Vikes over there in, the land of the lakes or the Mall of America or whatever they are hanging their hat on now over there in Minnesota. Damn sure ain't their football team. I love J.J. McCarthy. I love that he's been shoving it in people's face too. We're like, oh, what a bust. You better trade him. Dude played like 3 games and people thought they knew what they had. This dude wins. He's starting to put up numbers now, and he's probably one of the greater humans you'll ever meet. So they got that going for him. They got Justin Jefferson. They got, well, that's about it. But they won a few games, upset a few people. I get it, but I really like that matchup. Minnesota is not only a tough place to play with their stupid clap and their fans, but it's a place I want to go one of these days.
This episode is presented by State Farm. Having insurance isn't the same as having State Farm. It's like needing the protection of an offensive guard on the football field, but getting an elementary school crossing guard. Sure, they're both guards, but you can only trust one to keep your quarterback safe when the game is on the line. So don't settle for just any insurance when there's State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Here's my 30-second story with Guinness. As soon as my sister and I get home for the holidays, we don't even unpack. We head straight to our pub. The bartender already knows our order, Guinness and fries. We laugh all night, catch up with old friends, and walk home with faces sore from smiling. It's one of my favorite nights of the year. That was my 30-second story with Guinness.
Guinness Draft Stout. Please enjoy responsibly. Imported by Diageo Beer Company, USA, New York, New York.
Okay, Chad. Today you're gonna drive the all-electric Toyota BZ.
But my electric vehicle phobia. I'm not ready, Dr. Ross.
I believe in you.
Oh my gosh. We're inside it.
Try to take deep breaths, okay?
The ventilated seats, they're touching me.
You can do this, Chad. Drive the car. How do you feel, Chad?
I feel cured. Woohoo! I'm doing it!
The all-electric BZ. One drive can change your mind. Toyota. Let's go places.
Abercrombie Kids is bringing the cheer all holiday season and the gifts too. No matter how long their wish list is, there's always room for just one more. Whether it's a new winter coat, an extra pair of jeans, or cozy matching sweat sets, get gifting with looks they've been waiting for all year. Shop Abercrombie Kids in the app, online, and in stores.
This is Jason Momoa, and I'll be your finance professor today. Welcome to Banking Smarter 101 with Chime. Bam! First lesson, sign up for Chime and set up direct deposit. You'll be joining millions of members banking fee-free. Second lesson, get cash back on eligible purchases while building credit and a higher APY on your savings. That's how you bank smarter this season. Fa-la-la-la-la, class dismissed. Join Chime today.
Chime is a financial technology company, not a bank. Banking services and a secure Chime Visa credit card provided by the Bancorp Bank N.A. or Stride Bank N.A. Members FDIC. Optional services and products may have fees or charges. Details at chime.com/feesinfo. With a qualifying direct deposit, earn 1.5% cash back on eligible secure Chime Visa credit card purchases. On-time payment history may have a positive impact on your credit score. Results may vary. APY means annual percentage yield. Learn about credit building and more at chime.com.
And just dominate. Just their fans seem like they'd be nice, fun people, but that us as Detroiters can just go in there and take over that stadium. So hopefully I'll get to do that here in the next few years. That would be fun. And it's a tremendous stadium. That's one of my favorite. That and SoFi are kind of one of my favorite stadiums to see from the outside, and just how they set it up and how it looks. Tremendous. Maybe I'll even get over there to WrestleMania when it goes to either Minnesota, or I think they're coming to Indy too. So I might have to hit up WrestleMania in Indy. Got to get that done as well. But let's say you beat Pittsburgh. Then you go ahead and man up and you go get a road dub in Minnesota, who, even though they're putting together a couple things, let's admit, they're kind of wimpy. They're on the down this year. So you can go get them. And if you get those two, you know what that is. That sets up Benedict versus Dan Freaky Campbell. You know that game's getting flexed to Sunday night. You know Dan Campbell's going to come in there. I hope he just show up, and I know he doesn't because he wears the hoodie, the big jacket, the reader glasses, the hat. But what if Dan Campbell just walks out in Chicago at Sunday night with just the old black Dan Campbell t-shirt with the Lions logo? I don't need no jacket, no nothing, and his ball players just go out there and smack them in the mouth, get that win. You know, like I say, if that's the vision, if that's just winning, get in, whatever, it doesn't matter. Drink that in, everybody.
Drink it in, man.
Take another glass and just think about it.
Drink it in, man.
That would be better, kind of, than even that magical run I think that we made to the NFC Championship game. Beat Benedict, steal the division, steal a playoff berth, get in, and then get some good matchup against like a team that's kind of ho-hum, and then just go on the road and whoop somebody too. Woo-wee. That would be tremendous. So that's what I'm looking for, people. I'm looking for this team to be like, nobody believes in us. No one's giving us a chance. All we got to do is win all three of these and get a little help, and we're in. That's the other thing. I don't know that they can just win three. There is going to have to be a couple things happen. Do I know what those are? No. Will there be people on Twitter that put out the 18 circumstances and this and that and copy and paste from AI and act like they're smart? Yeah, those will come out, and the Lions will get the help needed, I think, as long as they take care of their business, which is win three and just show up against Caleb and who's the other wimps they got over there? Just their, oh, look at DeAndre Swift, he's so good. Like, you know he'll be hurt next year after they give him a little contract extension or something. He'll be hurt, paper mache every other game. You know, oh wow, we got DJ Moore, and we've got Romo Dunze, and we've got our defense is something like the way people are just buying into the Chicago Bears like there's some juggernaut. Like, wow, they had a great season so far. Congratulations. They've had some breaks go their way. Wow, they've even manned up and won a couple games that you never thought they'd have a chance. Give them a cookie, okay? Wow, you ever see a coach have a good year his first year and everyone just starts riding the coattails, acting like this is going to be a team for the next decade, and then for the next 3 years, they're an absolute abomination and they get fired? Yeah, just put that in your back pocket if you're a Chicago Bears fan or a fan of Benedict, because I could see that coming. All right, I'm getting all worked up. Everybody, I'm looking at the clock. I went about 30 plus. I don't think I've taken a breath. I gave you a little bit of my sorrow recap of this loss in LA. Wish we would have won it. Should have had it. Let it get away from us in the second half. Didn't show up in the second half. Didn't make any adjustments. Couldn't get a stop. Tell me if you've heard that before. but there's no reason you can't beat that quarterback I shall not speak of, who is an absolute pompous you-know-what.
You pompous, stuck-up, snot-nosed, giant twerp, scumbag.
I'm looking right at you, that guy that used to be with the cheddar heads, the mozzarella sticks, then held up the league and went to the New York Jets and found out what it was like to think you're good and then realize you have no players and realize you're not good and you're old and get all beat up. And now he goes to Pittsburgh and he starts throwing little 2-yard dump-off passes and handing the ball off, and now he thinks he's special because he's going to win a bad division. Yeah, okay. Wait till you come into the den and you just got Hutch and company rushing you. You got you turning the ball over because you think you're sweet, trying to throw off your back foot and flick your wrist and get it out there. Yeah, it's going to be a long day for that bumsky at quarterback in our house. Then, again, you go find a way to get one on the road and just set me up for that final game of the year, would you please?
Drink it in, man.
Cornbread!
Everybody, get hyped for this football team. Yes, you can have your doubts. Yes, you can be disappointed. But this is the time you man up, you put the hoodie on, you get the jersey out on game day, you rep your squad, we go get 3 dubskis, sneak in the playoffs, and see what happens. Everybody, that's what I got, and I'll catch you next time right here on the Detroit Koolaid Cast. Take care, everybody. I'm out.
The king in the north. The king in the north!
I love the Lions. Say it with me. I love the Lions.
Yeah!
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 Pack the bag, start the plane. This game is over. It is over. What a comeback by the Lions. Drink it in.